Overwatch League, this special presentation of of Group A features Team 6 and Immorals. And today we are joined with special guest commentators Razarip and Archimus. How are you both today?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. How you doing, Miso?
I'm all right. I'm here.
Well, Miso, you're gonna be doing a lot better once you watch this in-game match. I mean,
I hope
personally,
so.
I know Immorals, and they're gonna put up a good one today.
Yeah, I think
I
this
do
is a
see it.
special match for those who are watching at home. This is a farewell match to Immorals. So after this tournament, Immorals are going their separate ways. It is a sad day because they have been a team that has been
Mhm.
part of the Overwatch sort of 2500 SR scene for, at least a year, if not longer. So
At
they're
least.
veterans in this league, and they've started all the way in the Scrub Cup, matriculated themselves all the way to low diamond, and now unfortunately due to real life and scheduling issues and stuff like that catches up with every team, they are
Yeah.
separating on. So it's a hard day, but I mean these are a great group of guys, and they're just trying, and girl.
You
who
go.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just going to be trying their best here to just get maybe one more win before everybody goes away. So Archimus, tell me a few thoughts of Immorals. Do you have a nice story or something like that from them regarding your experiences with them as a team?
I mean, first we didn't know him very much, and then got in contact with Hartson or Clam in this case. And he showed us. Well, he joined us for the end of our Scrub Cup on our team before we almost won, but didn't win, fortunately. But and then we became friends with him, and went on from
So
there.
it's all history since then. I do remember personally, in the Overwatch University League, there was a match between Beehive and Immorals, and that
Oh
was
yeah.
hyped up for a long time.
Oh,
And it was
well,
such
we
a
hyped
good
it up.
match as well.
Well, we did hype it up.
Everyone hyped it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say everyone was hyping it up,
You know,
and it
it,
was such a good match as well.
Oh, it was. It was
And
very back and forth, which was what I loved about that match because it was very
Absolutely.
even. So it was
Yeah,
one of those things.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Everybody loved that match, and we had a we had a great crowd. It was fantastic. And both teams were so hyped for the match. I know that we were looking forward to it under the calendar because it was the last match of the day, last match of the group, if I remember right,
That's
and could have
correct.
determined
Yeah.
who was going to go to the next round. So there was a
That's right.
lot on the line, and it was just like a great match, and everybody sort of played really, really well on both sides.
Yeah,
So
and
Yeah,
that
it was
was
fun.
months ago. And if Immortals have been improving consistently with the same roster since then I'm very excited to see what level of Overwatch they'll be producing
Oh
today.
yeah. Can't wait.
So I'm especially excited for Kurigi. Kurigi is probably the bane of my existence. Never a fan of playing against her. She's so good on the Widowmaker, and if she's going to play Widowmaker today, it's going to be really interesting, I think, because she always hits with headshots. I remember we had a Widow 1v1 happening in our match, and it was really exciting then. And I think if we get some Widow play, it's going to be really, really impressive today.
yep. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, this is going to be good. How about you? What are you thinking you're going to see? Oh, and tell me a little bit about Feed Boost. You said you knew Timbo Slice a little bit because I think you mentioned to me he was a Winston main.
Yeah, I think he's a Winston man. I think I remember seeing him. I think I may have subbed on a team he was on before in maybe it was Gold Watch or University League, somewhere around there. I played with him. He seemed like a pretty good player, but I don't remember him too well. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he can leave a good impression today.
Yeah, and they're going to absolutely need this match because Feed Boost is in contentions for the next round. That's what they're calling themselves.
Wow.
Oh,
So
yeah.
does that mean that Immortals is out either way, but they still have the chance to take down Feed Boost on the way out?
Yeah,
Is that
they do.
They drag them down with them? All right. Well, that's a little bit immoral, but I think it suits the team.
Oh, oh,
It's the first time meeting me, so.
the puns, please do more.
So we're playing a King of the Hill map, a hybrid map, a 2CP, and an escort for 4 maps. And Immortals needs to take 3 of the 4 maps. Is that correct, Totoro?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Best of 4. Ooh.
They need to win this match. They need to win. The first team to win three maps is the winner. So if there is a tie of 2-2 at the end, that will remain. There is no fifth round tiebreaker in Gold Watch, unfortunately. So ties actually stand. So.
Right. Okay. That's interesting. Cool, all right, I'm ready for some chat
all right.
activity, which is
So
happening.
we're already here. I think they're just asking questions. We're ready to go. So let me ask if ready here. So we're looks like just getting set up. Everybody was sort of waiting, I guess, for me. So
I guess so.
maybe. So now they're just sort of asking, and we'll be going here as soon as both teams are ready. Timbo Slice ready's up for feed boost. And for Immorals, Clam or Serafinx. Looks like Karegi's ready, so we're going to go. So we're going to start on Lijiang Tower. And doing
best map in
yeah.
A.
What's that? The best
Best
map
map
in the game.
in A.
Yeah,
Gotta
so play-by-play will be handled by Raza here on Lijiang. So this is, since you like this map so much, you tell me about the map.
Alright, so in particular, I'm expecting to see a lot of Pharah on this map. Maybe not, already looking at the comps. Pharah is great here because there's so many good move opportunities. Clam and Moon Rabbit just kind of screwing around with us a bit, and there's Dewey flipping around as well. Listen to this excellent play-by-play. Dive is everything here. Both teams will probably be running dive, and that's our first DC of the day. Look at that. Kyoji is gone.
Fantastic.
That's it. That's perfect. Well, that's fine. Well, let's sort that out. That just gives us a little bit of time to talk about the map itself. So, as I was saying, Lijiang Garden is great for dive. If you're running a tank-heavy, what's we call it, a death ball comp, you will have a disadvantage on this map because the Lucio will get the dive comp to the point much faster. And it's easier to defend this map than it is to attack it for sure. So I'm sure we'll be seeing dive versus dive, basically. We might see Kyoji on the Widow here. We might see maybe a Soldier come out from the opposite side. But I would expect a Pharah from both sides.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking the same thing too. What about you, Artemis? Well, what are you thinking? What's going on Lijiang right now?
I mean, I think these comps are going to be pretty divey, especially on this map. It's kind of important to get to the point first, to control that point and keep the other players, the other team at bay.
Yeah.
But things happen. Could change. Could switch up.
I can absolutely see that happening. I'm sure if the dive isn't working for one of the teams, they might just switch off to a death ball just because they're not having the coordination for a dive if things aren't going well. Because it can be hard to get a good dive off sometimes, especially if the other team's dive is just too good.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta switch out and get that hard counter just to help out when you need it.
That's it. I am looking forward to the Lucio boops. I would love to see
Can't wait.
3 or 4 man boops.
Yeah, that's what I'm sort of hoping for too here, because you'll see Lucio's on, looking like, based on the comps here, you're looking at Lucio's on both sides. It looks like here, looks like Karegi's back in Discord and back in Overwatch and going to be back in game here in just a sec. So let me make sure he gets the invite.
She gets the invite.
She gets the invite.
Not every player in this game.
I can never get this right. I don't get sexes right in this game ever. I use the generic.
It's best to just call them they.
I think it's just because Hodo just doesn't have enough experience with girls as a whole, so he's just calling them.
Yes. I am a lifelong virgin. That is basically what Raza is basically saying.
Well, now I feel bad. All right, but I'm going to.
And I guarantee when that gets to Twitch chat, that's going to be made fun of. So.
Yeah.
Olga's in chat for Hodo. He's a great guy.
And he's gone again.
Feels bad.
Are you serious?
Wow, and he's
Feels
already.
bad.
No, this is unfortunate for Kyoji.
Oh.
Is there like a 5-year-old playing with a Switch to her internet? Who knows?
I don't know. The thing about it is we're in between maps, so for the love of God, it could be there. He's joined the game finally. Here we go. Okay.
Perfect. Just a fake.
Is this it?
Mind games.
Probably not it, but we can dream. We can hope.
I think so. I think we'll get one more. I think third time's a chance. The charm, even. We don't have phrases in Australia, so we just put random words together, so I'm not used to it yet.
So here we go. They're about to come out, and oh, they're in the assembly phase. There we go.
That's it.
Right. Those look like we're getting dived.
Yeah, we will
Both
have
sides.
a Pharah on each side as well, though. It's interesting.
Yeah, so look like pharmacy on both sides. I know about Kareji's Pharah here. I'm interested in what Half-Brit is going to do. So you're going to see a lot of air battles, I think. So
Yeah, I think so. I think,
Yeah,
personally,
definitely.
I think Kureji will be taking the edge in the air battles, but I've got no idea how good Half-Brit is, so I could be totally wrong.
and here we go.
Capture the objective.
Alrighty, and it looks like Team Feed Boost is going to go over the bridge. Both teams will go over the bridge, but the Tracer Kimbu is going to try to go around the back. And just being fight, it looks like Team Feed Boost does manage to get there first. It's a bit of passiveness from Team Immorals, but they are going to charge in. They're going to go for the monkey. The monkey's low. He's one. He's dead. That was excellent, but Kyoji manages to pick him off as soon as Half-Brit manages to pick off Kyoji. So the numbers are pretty even right now. Immorals is down 1. They're now down 3, and it looks like will be going through once the rest comes up, and Team Feed Boost will be taking this one as soon as they can finish cleaning up Rowan on point, and the Tracer, and anti-grass.
And there it is.
Yep, and there it is. You know, they got an early boop there, but they actually booped Antivirus, who actually then recalled right back onto the bridge. So it was a boop, but it wasn't a boop. So, but
It was disappointing.
It was disappointing. But in the end, it was actually Half-Brit who won that battle, taking Kareji out in the air. So we know that Half-Brit is going to be a good Pharah here, so this is something to look forward to.
And wow, look at that. Kyoji managed to take down Mercy. Immortals have already used their res. They're not going to have it this fight. They should be using this to push in right now that they're missing Mercy, and they will. Moonrabbit's going to charge in. He's going to get followed up with the Diva, and that is the Diva Bomb coming straight through from the
Getting
team.
nothing.
Yeah, Tanko does get demeched immediately by Half-Brit, though, which is going to put him at a disadvantage. They need to finish this fight before the Mercy comes back. Half-Brit gets a kill. Tankdrop's already got a kill as well.
Oh, and then it looks like Raza has been disconnected, but he is a co-commentator, so I will take over the play-by-play. It looks like the kills are still going the way of Feed Boost here, and it looks like what's going
back and
on.
forth.
Yeah, going back and forth here. Duwu got somehow booped or died, fell off the cliff, but the fight is still going on here in the middle. Trade's still happening between both teams, and now Half-Brit is actually ulting on the point. Takes out 2. Moonrabbit's still on the point. Still fighting on the point. And the tanks are still fighting here on the point, not giving it up. Clam actually comes out. Diva Bomb here, trying to clear the whole air. No. And they're still fighting here. They still can't get the point. 66%
So
on the
much.
So what is going on? This has just devolved into a brawl. Both teams just do not want to give the point up, but now kills going on the way of Feed Boost. And Antivirus takes out Half-Brit again, who's been contributing to the kills, but then immediately is getting killed. Painrick takes out Antivirus on the side. The point still hasn't turned. It's still going to Feed Boost here. And they've got all 6 on the point, and now they've finally established themselves on the point, but the fight has gone way too long. Tank Thought Sayer's going to get demeched and killed, but it's at 91%. Can anybody get back to the point?
Pharah all out of nowhere into nothing.
Unfortunately, Kareji could not get back in time. We're at 99%. It looks like that's going to be it unless they can get back onto the point. Moonrabbit gets back onto the point, tries to actually fight it off, but that's it. Is anybody close enough? No, Antivirus actually gets onto the point. They're stalling again.
Mercy back on.
Yep, 3 people on the point here. Clam trying to stall it with Tank Thought and the Diva. Kareji's in the air, but gets taken out by Duwu.
It's not enough.
No, it is not. Tank Thought is going to get demeched
The
and
Diva
killed.
is dead. Winston can't make it back, and that's good. That's Map.
That is Matt, and that is going to be first blood to Feed Boost. Did Raza ever come back? I don't know if
he is.
Oh,
I think he's back.
So maybe, let's see what happened. Maybe I need to pull him back.
Maybe.
Nope, he's in the channel still, but maybe he's just not in game. So I will take over play-by-play here. So let me know what you see color-wise, Archivist. Oh, he needs an invite into the game, so
Yes, I have been spamming Alchemist for the last 3 or 4 minutes, but he has been ignoring chat, which is kind of rough.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Alrighty, I feel like I missed a really good fight there as well.
You did.
It was a massive brawl on both sides. Just
both teams refused to reset, so the fight just kept going, and it was in Feed Boost's wheelhouse with regards to like that, because they were in control of the point, and Immorals
looks like we got Death Ball out on Immorals side.
Yeah, already. Immortals are running Death Ball. They're going to go straight to the point because they want to fight in the open area. The Doom Fist is coming in from Duo. But he gets
Oh,
immediately
Doomfist
taken out by
down.
Kyoji. His aim is insane, and Antivirus is going to clean up the tank. They're doing so much damage with the Reaper and the Soldier Immorals. This is an excellent comp to take down, what's his name? Timbo Slash as soon as he dives in. And they are going to try to clean up now. They're sticking close to the run, which is great. Want to play a Deathball tight, and they're going to do it. Trace is in the backline for the side of Feed Boost, but he's not going to get anything because the team is playing too close together. And easily, Immorals will take it.
Yeah, Archimus, what do you see here on your side through your angles? Because it looks like it was just basically a stomp on the Immorals side.
Yeah, it was a stomp. Really, the Reaper really helped out the Immortals team. When they tried to dive in, they were just immediately shut down by this Reaper. So it looks like the dive may not work out for them, but we'll have to see in this push.
And look at this, Timbo Slice is going to dive in alone, but his D.Va isn't fast enough, so Timbo Slice is going to go down to a Moonrabbit's charge, which is an excellent charge. The Coalescence has come straight out of Claim, and he's going to use that to keep his team healed up, but it's not going to be enough to hit tank shot in his
Here
mech.
comes the
He's doing
Xenol.
2 picks now. Various is going to do a lot of damage, but it's not going to do enough through the Transcendence that's come out of Elise. And Dewey with the 3rd pick, and he's gotten 3 kills this fight. Can he get another one? He gets nothing with his ult. He's going to charge the Reinhardt. Moonrabbit is low. He needs some healing right now. That's the Reaper from Immortals. He's going for his ult, but there's no one around him, so he's not going to get
Oh, that is it.
Yeah, that was more of a zoning ult there by Antivirus. He was trying to stall a little bit. Now
He was
it's
stalling
yeah,
for some reason.
Tank Thought is stalling, but remember, this is King of the Hill, so therefore, if they keep coming, they can build up percentage and just keep stalling right here. It looks like that's what Rowan is doing. But that is going to be it. Now they're going to have
That is it. Now that was a really interesting fight there. It looked like it was going to go in favor of Immortals, but then was it Feed Boost came out of nowhere with their ults, and I think that Zen ult, the Transcendence, really helped them out in that fight and allowed them to get the kills they needed.
Yeah, and this
And
dude,
look at that, Kyoji with the pick on the Trace already. That's going to be a great initiating ult. They should be pushing now, but they can't.
There's
Dewey
another
uses the
Doomfist.
backline. Can he kill anyone? Yes, he gets Kyoji. That's the revenge for the Tracer death. Dewey is going to get out alive. He doesn't have a lot of health left, so he needs to play back for a bit. And the D.Va bomb has come in from this picture, but he misses. He needs to throw that past the Reinhardt, but he didn't manage to do it. And now it looks like Team Feedboost has been split up, and now they're coming together. They're going after targets, trying to kill the monkey. No, that's Lucio. Lucio is still alive, but the Reaper is down, Interest is dead, Moonrabbit is dead, and Tank Dot hit out of mech, so that's going to be a full reset for
Feed Boost is just keeping them in here, just not letting them move at all.
yeah, and they're having serious issues dealing with that Doomfist, because it seems like they weren't ready for a Doomfist to be played on this map. It is an unusual pick, because you just don't never see Doomfist played on a regular basis, except for stalls, but Dewu's having a good old time here on that Doomfist. And here comes the engage again.
And that is the Shadow out of Moonrabbit. Manages to get 3, but can I follow up with this swinging? Kyoji does manage to pick up the Lucio with the help of the Reinhardt swing, and that's the bomb coming out of Tank Dot. Who can she get? She does manage to get
Gets
one. The bubble was
D.Va.
up by the Winston, but she wasn't enough, so now they're going to start pushing point. The point does get flicked by Immortals, so now they are all on point but Kyoji, who has been killed by the Doomfist, unfortunately. And they're going to try to play close together because they just need to defend while Kyoji walks back to point. He is very slow.
Yeah, Moonrabbit actually won that fight for them. That was a huge Earth Shatter coming off the top rope there, catching 3, and that was good enough to sort of stall out Speed.
Look at Doomfist. Dewey's about to get a sneaky kill on Kyoji. He managed to sneak all the way up to the spawn, and now he's on Kyoji, and he's going to use his
ulting
ult just
again.
to knock him out. But it doesn't work. He uses his ult, but he doesn't manage to get Kyoji with it. Moonrabbit does manage to get Tracer on point, but Dewey finally finishes off Kyoji. Kyoji just wants to
Comes
get
the support ults.
It's not going to happen. The support ults are coming through. That's the Lucio ult from both sides at the same time, which is going to nullify all damage for a while. Flame has used his Transcendence. Not his Transcendence, his Coalescence just to keep the team alive, and it is going to do the job. Dewey gets another kill, but it's not enough because the rest of the models is going to be cleaned up.
Yeah, well, there is a Lucio here on the back, just waiting for the stall, and he does get back in time
Trying to
here.
get.
He does manage to get on.
Oh.
Can Moonrabbit hit him? He's aiming, he's swinging the hammer, but it's not going to be enough because Climbing is just too good at climbing walls. But Kyoji doesn't want any of that. He's going to go for the high knee. It's not enough because Lucio leaves
He
the
got
board,
booped.
so he doesn't touch his point. But no, Timbo Source booped into the air, and Kyoji managed to get him. That's 3 kills now. The choice is going to come through from Elisa because they just
And
get
that is it.
It's not enough.
And that is not
Map
enough.
goes over to
Immorals.
Immorals.
Yeah. So Immorals played a really tight death ball there, and that actually sort of helped them out. The dive wasn't really working for them in the previous map, but now I think this plays sort of into the Immorals hands, because you're playing into Control Center now, and you're looking, if they can stay tight and maybe keep the same configuration, they might have a shot here against Feed Boost, who did not look comfortable in sort of the way they were moving in that sort of small death ball style. So.
Yeah, absolutely right. And it looks like Immortals is going to make use of the tight corners here to run a Junkrat along with Kyoji on Reaper this time. Should be very interesting.
Well, you see Junkrats on both sides, and I think this is almost a mirror comp. Koreji is in it,
Yes.
yeah, except for what the fuck?
Except for the Reaper and Tracer.
Yeah, the Reaper
Both
Tracer
teams
is
are going to
the only
go.
difference.
boost over room. They're just going to be swinging into each other. Kyoji managed to get 2 as soon as the fight starts. Look at that aim. That is
Oh, this is. Oh,
this should easily go on the side of Immorals. They should be cleaning up. Moonrabbit does manage to swing down Timbo Slash.
what is that? They took the point.
That's
Yeah.
it. They're going to move straight to the point and cap it.
I honestly think that might have been a
extremely
little too fast. That this is going to allow sort of Feed Boost to reset and possibly just sort of go right back onto the point here with just it taken. But now the advantage here is with Immorals because now they've already got percentage on this point. And now here they come.
And Feed Boost is going to push right in behind Timbo Slice. They're looking to get split up right now. Duru's on his own on the left. No one's really backing him up right now. So Feed Boost is split up, but Immorals is not. But Immorals already has the team on half, but Moonrabbit's going to get taken down by half grid, and now the fight is on point. Both Reinhardt's are dead on both sides. So it looks like they're going to try to kill the Tracer and Feed Boost. The Tracer does manage to get away. Lucio is alone. Duru is alone. Immorals is sticking together. This is what you want to see from Immorals. So hopefully they can get some kills off this. If they can start focusing targets and taking them down. There's no damage going through from the side of Immorals, but they're all half.
Comes Immoral.
He's healing his team. They're 2 split up. He can't get one. It's not going to matter if
Oh, Shatter gets 1, but Lucio saves.
that. Rowan with the game-saving ult, that's going to save his team from being destroyed by the Shadow, and the Tyra's going to come through as well from Interest. Who can he pick off? Can he get half? Yes, half is dead, and look at that, Moonrabbit's going to push ahead with Rowan as well, and Rowan is going to go down to the Fire Strike. That was excellent by Timbo Slice, but it looks like Fig Boost is being pushed back. They're going to try and be aggressive, but can they do it when they're missing their Timbo Slice? I don't think so. Kyoji doing so much work, and he's got his ult. He wants to use it next fight.
Yeah, what are you seeing on Feed Boost's side, Archimus? Because it just seems like this comp is just not working for them. They're coming into Immorals, and they're just getting sort of out-fought here on the point.
They're breaking the shield so fast, and I mean, it just looks like the Reaper's just doing so much. Oh my god, double grab!
Halfwit tries to use the time, but it's not going to get anyone because Interest is going to manage to kill it. The Coalescence has come up from LSA, so no one got killed in that grab, which is amazing. The hand down does
all around.
And there's Clem using his force to try to kill him.
Ryan
is going to use his ult to keep his team alive, and this is an amazing fight right now. Moonrabbit's just going to try to charge out and pick anyone, but it was an odd charge. It's not going to pick anyone. And it looks like this will be the bomb coming in from Lucifer Fitcher, and it does manage to pick off Moonrabbit. So this is where Feed Boost needs to push in now. It's a 92.
Feed Boost is coming in.
Antivirus does kill Tracer in the back now, so that's a massive disadvantage for Feed Boost in this fight, but they are all low. They need some healing real fast. At least he's doing her best, but it might not be enough. Immorals is looking good. They're tied together. That's a tire that's coming straight out of Antivirus, but no, it's destroyed. There's 2 tires in a row which have been wasted. Climate does manage to get a kill, and it's just an all-out bro 1 point. Kills going both sides right now. Moonrabbit is swinging as hard as he can. At least the winner is on his own right now. It's just the 2 healers on point. Tracer is in the back, trying to do some poke damage, trying to charge up the ult for another quick bomb. And it looks like Immorals is having a lot of trouble killing his healers. They just can't do it. They're healing each other. The jumping point, and Kyoji is going to teleport up top to try and knock out the Lucio, but he's immediately picked up. And look, they've stalled for so long. The half-grid is back. Reinhardt is back. It looks like this might actually be another fight in here for Feed Boost, but no, Kyoji says not today. He gets 2 picks before he's hammered down by
Shatter gets 2.
Can't back it up though, because Moonrabbit tries to charge straight with him, and Kyoji using himself that he just managed to charge up. He doesn't get anyone, but he does manage to knock down a shield, and then he shoots Timber Slice. Good old left click. Moonrabbit does manage to finish Dulu, and this should be it if they can.
And that is that. Oh man.
Yeah, overtime was so long on the point that Immorals really just needed to just push them off at the end, but what a stall by the Feed Boost Lucio. And here comes Duu's play of the game, and he... Oh, this is the Doomfist that it seemed Immorals was just not ready for, but they actually sort of shored up really well and was able to sort of recover on this point and do really, really good.
And as you can see there's that transcendence that really allowed them to get those picks that they needed there to take the point.
Yep. So, looks like votes coming in. Lil B Clam, who gets most of the votes here.
And we've always got to give it to your healer.
You gotta give it to the healer. So, Feed Boost picks Anubis. Immorals will get to pick O or D, and this pick of Anubis is actually an interesting pick because this plays right into Koreji's sort of strength on that Widowmaker.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely right. I'm expecting a Widowmaker and a Junkrat out of Immorals on their defense. I think if they could get a Junkrat spamming chokes while Kyoji's knocking out any counter Widow or Pharah, I think they'll have a good chance.
Yeah, I think so too. So I'm here just updating the names, just making sure everything is set.
And just while we're here, I'm getting some reports in chat that I'm saying genders wrong. So if you're in chat, correct me, please feel free so I can get it right, because I don't want to. When the players here are watching the VOD, I want them to be like, yeah, boy, that me. So just correct me if I'm guessing the genders wrong.
I think my favorite part is everyone calling you a rap god in the chat because casting so
person.
fast.
Yeah, I know. Well, he was getting
5
those
words a
compliments. He was getting those compliments again today on the general chat of the Scrub Cup because people were very much appreciating Rap God Walmart Uber.
It'd be a lot better if
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't stumble every 5 or 10 words as well. Yes. But not today. All right.
Yeah,
So
it was good.
yeah, it looks like we're getting ready to move into our next map. Li Zhang, that was a very good one. I'm excited to see that go 2-1. I'm hoping we have some more close rounds.
Yep. So
Mhm.
all right. So we're gonna go here into Anubis. That was Feed Boost's choice. So they instead of going to hybrid, they actually go to 2CP right away. So Immorals ready up, and they are ready. So okay, let's go.
All right, and we're going to push straight into Anubis. All right, quick question to my two fellow casters. What is the final score going to be? I'm going to say 6-5.
Entering the temple of Anubis.
6-5,
Wait,
you
what?
say?
6-5.
Oh, this
I reckon
map,
it goes
okay.
all the way.
Hmm.
I don't know. I actually think I'm thinking 5-4.
5-4, okay.
Okay.
Miso?
I don't think it's gonna go as far. I think it'll be probably like a 3-2 game, maybe.
3-2.
I don't think it'll go as far.
What do you think of these comps, Hodo?
I'm looking at Koreji. Like, there's going to be the DPS matchup is going to be all day. I think it's going to be Half Brit and Koreji. I think they're going to be
Ooh.
going up against each other. But
Oh, yeah.
I'm seeing. Look at Antivirus there. They're looking like they're trying to prevent a dive here. So I see Antivirus there on the Junkrat. I see the Tracer on WT. Oh, what the fuck? I don't know if that's WT Fist True or WTF is true. What the F is true? Because I think that's
I
what that
haven't
is.
even read the name in my head. I've just been saying random letters. I see an F, I see an S. I've just been making it up as I go along. I understand.
Wait, were you just calling him Wifcher? Or Wiftrue?
I think that's WTF is true, so I think that is what he is. But it looks like Duwu here still hasn't picked a character. He's finally in there. So looks like
Farah, interesting.
Farah,
This is
no
gonna be a
mercy.
Field day for Kyoji. I'm looking forward to saying the word Kyoji 1,000 times.
Oh no, switching. So we're gonna get a Genji
So
instead.
it looks like we're getting full dive here against the sort of the Orisa setup that's coming out from Immorals. So they're going to be jumping here on the set. So I'm going to be doing play-by-play here on Anubis. So you guys correct me when I'm getting wrong. And here comes Feed Boost on their offense here. So they're going to see the configuration here, and they're probably going to try to pick a target to sort of dive on. Looks like the Tracer is sort of stuck right underneath the shield, trying to break the shield before they dive in.
Oh,
Ooh, Koreji picks out
Big
Half Brit,
pick.
and Duwu takes out Antivirus. That is the usefulness of the Junkrat, and it's a reset here for Feed Boost.
Wow, Kyoji, he had a family. Calm down.
bad keyword.
So on the next attack here, we're gonna go screen onto. Oh, Koreji got picked up by Half Brit.
Miso, you see that?
Brit.
Oh, and that
Wow.
I think is
And
the
the
signal
res is
for them to
coming
dive
out.
in. Here they come. So it looks like Round picked Koreji right back up. So they need to be
Timbo's
careful about
diving by
that.
himself.
Half Brit back with a vengeance.
Half Brit out dueling Koreji here, and he
Oh.
gets clammed too. So that's 2 down. They're 6v4 going into this, and the dive is on. Here they come, and it looks like Immorals here is gonna have to back up to the point. Pimer takes out Moonrabbit, and Tank Thought gets immediately demeched, and I think that's going to be it for Feed Boost.
That is that for that point.
That was a really excellent fight, and I'm really surprised at Widow's shoulder strength. She looks like a frail French woman, but her back is strong enough to carry a fight. She got 5 picks that fight, which was absolutely insane, and really just won the fight for Feed Boost there.
Yeah, so Half Brit's now setting up on the right side, gonna try to get a pick here on the engage. The high scores. Half Brit takes out Koreji
Already.
again, and immediately they dive in. As soon as that Widow gets the pick, the comms here on the side of Feed Boost are excellent. Half Brit demechs Tank Thought, and the kills are now just going all the way at Feed Boost. Genji ult here, they're snowballing. This is going to be a very, very quick take if they can actually do this. They need to get one person off the point. All 6 are on the point here. They're now going to try to stall them from coming out the side. Everybody's going to be split off the set, but it looks like it's counting off here. Tank Thought's on the point, and there is a Junkrat ult.
Here comes the Zen ult.
Here comes the Zen ult trying to sort of make sure that they win the fight. They're in full stall mode here, Immorals. So like, here comes the Mei. That's going to be it, but kills need to come in through Feed Boost. Antivirus takes out Half Brit. That's going to be the long range damage. They could take back the point here, knowing that the Widow is gone. They've gotten full stall mode. The ice wall goes up, and I think Feed Boost is going to have to back off here. and they use the Lucio ult here just to make sure they
Both
take the point
sides.
back. Both sides, but they're actually just trying to draw ult here. It looks like Feed Boost, and the point goes back to Immorals, but they've given up 2 ticks.
Look at that, and I'm going to be generous to Clem and say that was an excellent zoning ult. But really, that fight was on the back again of half group, 4 picks, 5 if you count the tire. But as soon as Immorals
very
managed
much.
to neutralize that Widow, the fight became a lot easier.
Yeah, but the thing about it is you know, in stress situations like that, you sort of have to sort of make sure you get the point. They're all in full stress mode because they really don't want to just give up one more point. So now, look Feed Boost to be a little aggressive. The key takeout there was the takeout of Half-Brit. That took away their long-range damage. And Clam goes down to Timbo Slice, who is poking on. Now they're up 2. They're going to dive right in here. Koreji's going to try to have to stall on the point with this Mei and make sure he can stay alive for the rest of his team to come back. Antivirus took out Duwu, so they have a shot here. They're not full 6, so it looks like a coalescence coming out here on the side of Immorals. Rowan and it looks like the Mei ult's coming down, freezing players, but a Transcendence there's trying to protect as many players as possible, so it nullifies that. But it looks like it's going to be here comes a tire, and down goes Timbo Slice, and down goes the push from Feed Boost. I think Half-Brit does take a lax pick on Rowan, but I think this is just a consolation pick on the side of Feed Boost.
That push is done.
I would love to say that Kurigi and Rowan, not sure how to say it, but those two were definitely the unsung heroes of that fight. They weren't getting a lot of kills, but they were stolen so well. Moira had excellent kills coming consistently without getting picked, and Kurigi was just stolen so well with the ice walls and the ice wall.
You can tell Feed Boost was ready for this map because the way they're setting up and the way they're attacking, this seems to me like to be their pocket pick. So this is something they seem like that they practice. A dive comes in immediately from Timbo Slice, and with the Genji ult here, now trying to get anybody he can. Diva ult in the back, just tries to sort of stall and delay. Koreji takes out Timbo Slice. Rowan gets picked off by Half-Brit. They have to be careful of the Widow there. They have to be cognizant of what's going on. Moonrabbit gets pulse bombed out of the fight. Now it looks like Koreji is going to be out there on the Mei, just trying to stall as they can, but it's it for Feed Boost. That they're going to have to back up again. That is the 3rd or 4th push that now they've been pushed back on the offense here, and it is stalling up. They still have tons of time. 3 minutes still left on the clock for them.
Yeah.
So
And here comes the switch. We're gonna get Half-Brit switching to McCree and Duwu switching to Soldier. You're gonna be running a triple attack.
yeah,
They're
Complete
running a
DPS.
dive, and they're getting the initial picks, but they're not following up with kills in the rest of the team, which indicates their target focus is down. But there's the next dive.
and it's a battle of attrition, basically. They know they only really need a point, but Moonrabbit takes out Ellisy, and that is a big pick. Half-Brit takes out Flam, but another Mei ult here to stall out. Everybody from Feed Boost is going to have to back up here and wait for that to sort of go away. But in the meantime, Half-Brit gets taken out, and that, I think, is that for the push for Feed Boost. They didn't actually expend very much, and if I'm Feed Boost, I'm sort of trying to build up some ults here. I want to go in on maybe a 5 ult or a 6 ult push, because whatever's we're doing now is just not working.
Yeah, and sometimes we mock zoning ults, but that actually was a zoning ult out of the Mei. It didn't allow Feed Boost onto the point, which let Immorals group up, reset, and then counterattack incredibly well.
Yeah, Koreji's actually building that ult so fast. He's already at 20%, and he just used the Mei ult. So look for him to basically get up to about 50 to 60% in the next fight, and if they can stall it out again, he'll probably have it for the final fight here. But now they engage again, and it looks like Timbo Slice is by himself. He's not really getting any protection. But what the WTF is Troop gets the kill on Moonrabbit, and Half-Brit gets the kill onto Rowan. So they've lost the support here, Immorals. Here comes the full push. Koreji tries to freeze Timbo Slice, but he goes down. They need to get back onto the point here. They're down to half left on the 3rd point. Now all the kills are going through the side of Feed Boost. They get the point.
That is that.
1:17 left on the clock. They do leave themselves a gap on Anubis to say, look, if they allow Immorals to sort of take it in overtime, they will get a free push on the first point. But Immorals was able to kill about 5.5 minutes of clock. That is fantastic if you're actually just looking on a defensive side.
It was a good defense.
Yeah.
And I would like to say Immorals made a pretty fundamental mistake, which led to the final tick being taken there. They just weren't watching their flanks. The Tracer was on their Junkrat in the back. He was taking damage, but I'm not sure if it was being called out because the flanks weren't being protected, which allowed McCree to get to the side, use the ult, and knock out Rowan.
Yeah.
Which just really led to a chain reaction of the point being taken.
Yeah, losing a
I
support,
agree.
losing a support that early is so big. So like that was sort of the key kill there that allowed them to sort of push in, and then Immortals sort of fell like dominoes one by one. There was just nothing that sort of Koreji could do on that Mei without that sort of Moira support that was keeping him up, that allowed him to stall as long as he did. But in the end, though, they took about 5 minutes off the clock, and it was good stuff there by Immortals because there was about 6:30, maybe even more.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that on the clock. So it was a lot of time that they killed off. But now they're on offense here, and I'm surprised. You see Koreji here on the Zarya. I think he's not going to take this duel with Half-Brit. I think they might go with a shield comp and just sort of charge in. What do you think?
No,
Mark?
I think Kirigi has learned his lesson.
Yeah.
Her lesson.
Her lesson.
This is an
Yeah.
interesting choice of picks from both sides in terms of comp. You have a very tank-heavy comp on the side of Immortals, and then on the other side, you have a very DPS-heavy comp.
5.
Yeah,
It's
it
going
is.
to be interesting.
Yeah, it is a slambulance, so Half-Brit is just not going to be able to do any damage here on the side of Immortals. I mean, and if they do, they're just going to get healed
If
up.
they do it
away.
right,
She's got to pick.
it's going to be good.
Yeah, Half-Brit has to pick off the supports. That's the only thing that Half-Brit can kill, and they're just saying, screw it, we're just going to go on the point. They're just going to go straight up on the point, and they're going to try to make you kill that. Clam goes down,
They do
and that
lose
is
the Moira.
big. So they got the Moira, so that is the huge part. WTF is true, actually get killed and rezzed right away, but I'm thinking here they're going to try to outlast them. They do have spawn advantage. Koreji takes out Duwu, and the more kills that go the way of Immortals, the better for them, because they just can keep running onto the point and just keep healing and just attritioning them down. But all the kills are going the way of Feed Boost, so this did not work. And it was, I think, that was the big kill on Clam in the beginning. I think that really just sort of stopped it.
I think that Immortals definitely had the right idea. They know there's going to be Widow, so they're throwing a lot of health at the Widow. They're going to completely ignore her, jump onto point, and the Widow won't be able to pick them off because they won't have the DPS to kill. Problem is, Half-Brit was in the back uncontested. As soon as TankBot went to dive Half-Brit, there were only 3 Immortals on point, which wasn't enough to kill their targets one by one, especially when their target focus just isn't up to scratch on the moves today.
Yeah. So on they go, and TankBot goes immediately for the Widow, then it's going to take her, going to try to zone her out. Ooh, but a Pulse Bomb takes out Clam again. He goes down, and that's going to be a lot of healing that they're going to be missing.
The bomb.
Diva Bomb here just to zone out
That's
the point.
none.
That gets nobody, and all the kills are going again onto Feed Boost. They're just getting everyone with no healing. The Slambulance just does not work, and with Cam getting
This is
picked
what
off.
happens.
This is what's going on. Ults are also, looks like LSE has the Zen ult, and Duwu has the Blade, so they've got to be cognizant here. 2 Slambulance pushes and nothing so far, so it's looking pretty grim here for Immortals as Feed Boost starts building more of its, looks like
there's
early
a good
pick by
pick.
Koreji, but that's
But
immediately going to get rezzed.
rezzed.
Yeah, that's immediately going to get rezzed. He's going to have to get another pick here to make that worthwhile.
Tank's not jumping the Widow.
Yeah, so it looks like the fight here is going to be on the point. They're going to get a tick. They did,
One tick
absolutely.
taken.
And Moonrabbit takes out Timbo Slice. That Widow kill threw them off. That it just didn't allow time for them to sort of recover correctly. LSE actually takes down TankBot, so they're down to 3. But it looks like Clam finally has gotten his coalescence and is keeping everybody up. Now, there's a huge difference now with both supports being able on the point and able to do work, but Duwu actually takes out Rowan, so as I say, they have 2 supports, now they're down 1 support, now they're down to 0 support, as both of them go down. Koreji takes out LSE, they're down to about a minute left here on the clock, but they're missing a Zen, who is a very, very slow character. Never mind, he got rezzed.
And this is what happens when a lot of people play Slambulance. They either do it extremely well or they do it extremely bad. And when you do it, you need to know when to switch off when it's not working. And clearly, they think that it may work.
Yeah,
But
and Koreji gets picked off, so they're down to 5 here. There isn't any sort of Widow to do some damage into the background. They needed to take out Half-Brit to give them some space, because then they would have been able to sort of zone them out with the Widow available. TankBot gets demech, Moonrabbit goes down, and we're down to 30 seconds left. Genji ult comes out from Duwu, and he's just sort of slicing away. Down go Tank Thought and Clam. Antivirus takes him out, but he's going to get taken out.
And there's not enough, though.
And there's 15 seconds here left on the clock. Moonrabbit's going to have to just sort of dive onto the point here. He's going to get a tick if he just sort of stays on there. No. So that they have spawn advantage, but it's not going to happen here. 5 seconds left on the clock. Rowan tries to stall as best he can. Clam gets killed, coming through the bridge. Tank Thought makes it to the point, but she's by herself.
They do get the overtime.
And they get pushed off, but I think that's going to do it.
But that is it.
Yeah, that is done.
That was so interesting. I have a lot to say about that attack round from Immorals, absolutely.
No, absolutely. Go for it, Raza, because if Feed Boost had their way with them on point A, and we thought we were going to see a little more here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, for starters, the comp that Feed Boost was running was a bit odd. Triple DPS is not a common setup for Temple. Usually you want to run Mercy and you want to run 2-2-2 generally. And Immorals
Especially on defense.
Especially. But Immorals was running Slambulance, which is an excellent strategy to deal with the Widow normally. They went straight to point on their pushes, which is exactly what you want to do, but they were just getting a bit too split up. When they realized it wasn't working, they immediately changed their comp, which is excellent. But they were still trying to run Slambulance while also running a Widow, and you can't run a Slambulance with 5 people. So Kyuji was winning some of the battles, but losing other battles with Widow while they were trying to slam the point. But more importantly, Feed Boost was running an extremely mobile comp. Everyone on the team can move up, down, left, right, faster than the Immorals comp could. So Feed Boost could dive wherever they wanted, whenever they wanted, and it was putting Immorals at such a disadvantage because they couldn't get to the point cleanly before Half-Rate managed to pick someone off or Feed Boost managed to dive someone, and it was just so much trouble for them.
Yeah, so that was it, basically, in a nutshell. So clean engages, I think, was the problem for Immorals. And Koreji picks King's Row. Are we in the Scrub Cup? I don't know. So, as evidenced by yesterday in the Scrub Cup, one of the teams that we were casting just hated King's Row with a passion and would ban it anytime they came up, which was very, very funny to see. So
it was a good strategy. They worked out for them. They won.
It did. So teams teams are set. They said that they were terrible at King's Row, which is also another reason to ban it, which is a more legitimate reason than just hating it. So it looks like teams are set.
Alrighty, and we'll be heading into King's Row soon, which is probably my favorite map. Barely in front of Li Jiang, I guess. King's Row is so good, and I really think we're going to see more of Half-Brit on the Widowmaker. I think
definitely.
Might have made the wrong choice, honestly, picking King's Row. It's going to be a playground for Half-Brit, and we've seen the battles between Kyuji and Half-Brit, and as much as I think Kyuji is an amazing Widow, Half-Brit has been winning a lot of the 1v1s.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing about it is what Immortals needs is an actual diver onto the Widow. They don't I don't think they have a natural Genji player. So I think what's going on is that got on finally. So it looks like they were playing with a sub. Swap to spectators.
That is very interesting. Maybe that was why they were running triple DPS, because Timbo Slice was making a lot of dives on his own as Winston, where usually that is a bad decision because you can be a dumb tank, but you have to be dumb as a duo. So if they are going to switch out for an off tank, maybe we'll see some more coordinated dives, Feed Boost, and maybe that's going to give them even more of an advantage here.
Oh, Half-Brit is actually coming out of the match, going to the spectators, and Mark Driscoll will be going into the blue team, going on to Feed Boost.
Maybe this map pick was not a mistake after all.
Kyuji's going to be breathing a pretty big sigh of relief right now, and Immorals is going to be happy with this.
Yeah, so Half-Brit and Punchline will now, looks like, so even Rowan is sort of expressing the shock and awe. So it looks like Koreji and Timbo Slice are ready, and we're going to go to King's Row, and Raza, this is your map, so you are on the call.
Now we have a match.
Now enter.
Absolutely, 1-1, and chat has corrected me. Yes, they're running triple DPS because they're a tank player. But now that they're back, maybe we'll see some more classic 2-2-2. We're not going to see the insane Widowmaker out of Half-Brit, so that's going to be very interesting. Kyuji will now take the chance to play Widow, feeling there's not going to be Half-Brit's scope point right at the head. So,
hey, who knows? There might be a secret Widow here on this team that might actually be
Better than half Brit?
better than half Brit. Who knows?
Man can dream.
So I just needed to fix the overlays here. Now Feed Boost is on the defense in blue, and Immorals are in red. But look at Moon Rabbit trying to fool us with.
Yeah,
Who do you think
who
you're
do you
fooling?
think
Come
you
on,
are?
Moon Rabbit. You're gonna be
Honestly.
you're a tank. Play your
No,
tank.
you're not playing Boom Fist. Trying to get one over us. Timbo Slash will be moving to Reinhardt again. We saw it on Li Jiang. I'm excited for the thick shatters. That's thick with at least 3 Cs. And look at this, Duwu is gonna play Widowmaker, so we will see some Widow 1v1s. Hopefully Kyoji can win some of them.
Yeah, so see, this is this was the thing I was sort of worried about. I was thinking that there was probably a second Widow player on this team to sort of lull Koreji into a sort of okay, oh, there goes Half Brit, so now I have some space. Let's see, Duwu was actually a very good Genji. So let's see how he does on the Widowmaker. I don't know if that's a he or a she. At this point, I give up. So therefore, I don't know what the sex of everybody is. So, but
And
it looks
Just keep it they.
yeah. So it looks like it's a very shieldy comp here from Feed Boost,
Mhm.
and that's going to probably prevent this sort of like Widowmaker to do any serious damage. But Antivirus there on the ground will do a lot of DPS onto the shields. Now here they come.
And the Widow
Sniper
1v1
battle already.
Yeah, it's already started. Moon Rabbit's already taking some damage. Everyone's going to switch off to the Moira, which is interesting. Kyoji is being incredibly careful. She doesn't want to get picked off again. And Immorals are going to move all the way around the statue. They're just waiting for everyone to get back. She was switching off to Moira there. And Dewey with the pick. That is tanked out of mech already. So realistically, she should just be poking for a mech right now. But they're going to try to push anyway. And Timber Slash is going to use that opportunity just to slam down Moon Rabbit.
Oh.
Another one. Look at that hammer. Back and forth, getting 2 picks. He is going to back out. He knows his limits. He's going to wait for the heals. But what is this? This is Junkrat.
Oh my god.
3 picks. Oh, look at that. He's already got 90% ult. Timber Slash, 95% ult. Feed Boost is doing so well.
Yeah, and the Feed Boost is doing really, really well. What the fuck is true is actually doing enough damage here to push back the entire team. Moon Rabbit's not going to be able to keep a shield up with all that Junkrat spam damage coming through. And Antivirus goes down, so that is really bad for Immorals.
Feed Boost has gotten 2 picks now. Dewey was definitely lulling us into a false sense of safety. Dewey with 3 picks. Dewey is just as good, if not better, than half Brit. And look at this. Kyoji has switched off to the Zarya, maybe in shame, who knows. But Immorals will be pushed back again. They just can't get a clean push in.
It just looks like this comp is not working for them.
Yeah, I mean, Koreji switched shortly. He's now back on the Widow, and he's trying to just get
And there it is. Kyoji's going to get the headshot on Dewey.
Immediately.
Can she get another pick or 2? It's good to look at that. The res has been coming through, and the
Oh, and the tire.
Dewey is back. He's going to kill
Jump.
Yeah, the tire does come through and kills Jonks. Dewey getting his revenge already, and that's 2 Feed Boost. So Immorals will have to back out because they can't win this fight, especially when the Junkrat gets another pick. And look at that.
Yeah, this fight is over.
D-Max.
Yeah, the issue is just that they're not getting a clean engage. People are getting picked off as they come through the gates. This, I think, would be the time for them to use the Slambulance if they wanted to come through. That would actually nullify Duwu's contribution here, and all you would have to worry about is True here on the ground. I don't know if they're going to go for it here. They're on triple tank right now, so maybe they're going to try it, but they got to think of something. They have about 1 minute 30 here left to go, and they've got to be quick about it too, because they can't sort of lollygag around, and now they're mispositioned. Tank Thought actually gets pushed into the line of fire.
Look at this. The Moon Rabbit does get in front, and that's Claire muting his own. Now that they have the sound barrier, they're going to push straight in. Earth Shatter does come through from Timber Splash, but only gets Tank Thought.
Shatter on the other side
4
gets
of them, and Moon Rabbit charges immediately back in. What if WTF does manage to get a pick, but it's coming from the left, and Kyoji picks up the Mercy.
Valkyrie's gone.
And look, that's the rest coming through from Rowan. Can she get anyone? Yes, she manages to get Tank Thought. Can she get into mech though? Yes, she can. Dewey does not punish this. This is insane, but Dewey does manage to punish Kyoji. And look at this, the picks are coming all blue. Tank Thought was probably going to be staggered. No, killed immediately. That's fine, and there's only 1 push left for Immorals.
Yeah, that was their opening. LSE has the Transcendence now, so they're going to be able to stall even longer, and this is looking desperation time for Immorals. They have to be able to do something here. They don't have any ults. Tank Thought has the self-destruct. That'll be the zoning ult that they'll need to actually clear out some space, but they need to win this fight straight up and got to eliminate LSE before she gets that sort of Transcendence out and stall this. Oh, pause, excuse me.
Hodo, look at this. They are asking, yes, good reflexes. So this is Mars.
A nosebleed.
Oh yeah, that's
There is a nosebleed. There is an injury. Look how much
Injury.
Immorals is putting into this match. They are bleeding. They're working so hard for it.
And which one of these persons is Mies?
Let me check right now. That is Rowan. I guess maybe some of the are actually moving through the
Got a
monitor.
nosebleed because the action in this game is just so hot.
intense. It's just insane.
It's insane. Yeah, it's insane. So there are allocations for injury timeout. So if you hurt your wrist, I got my tissues. I'm back. Sorry. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, was it? I thought it was Clam who was whose nose was bleeding. Was it Rowan?
Just Rowan. And
No, it
Rowan
was
has
Rowan.
stuffed her nose with paper towel and she's ready to charge back in. Blood doesn't matter. They're in this for the game. They will sacrifice blood, sweat, and tears to make this win happen.
Okay. I'm not going to unpause until I want to make sure that both teams are ready.
That is a great decision, Moto.
Yeah.
What a good attendant you are.
So I just want to make sure.
and look at this. This will be Immorals' last push. They only have 30 seconds left, so they're going to have to charge straight to point. They may even try going through the hotel. So Duwu can't get any picks, but Duwu will have the ult. And I think that there will be an initiation tire coming out for feed boost at the start of this fight. Maybe they'll combo with a grab. What do you reckon, Miso?
I think they might try it. I think they're gonna go for the grab, and the tire is definitely gonna come out. But I feel like Timbo's being a little too aggressive here. He might go for charge straight into that ult, and he's just gonna get punished so hard. And I think that's gonna end the push, and then they're gonna have to regroup.
Well, let's see. Wow,
Or
Duwu
if
does
they
manage
have
to
time.
use the ult. Duwu uses her ult and then manages to headshot Kyoji. Kyoji's going to be feeling pretty bad, and there's tired. They're not even caring about the grab. They don't. He gets Rowan. Mercy's dead. Hanko does
A little
like to
different than we-
They can push in on that.
Good.
The chance comes out from the LSC, as does
Oh,
Who claims down.
that's two.
Clan gets back up. Duwu is res now. Duwu is looking for picks. He's angry. Can he kill anyone? Yes. Kyoji. No, that's Kyoji. Kyoji killing the Zarya. And what if WTF gets another one? Timbersus gets another one. It's only Clam right now. He needs to stall with the Mercy. The heals need to heal each other. But Clam goes down. It's just Mercy and the Reinhardt now. I don't know if Moonrabbit can do this alone. He has to swing. He gets trapped though, so this is going to be easy pickings.
Oh.
And what a
Oh,
BM
he
shatter.
just gets solo shattered, and it is over.
Totally unnecessary
Oh.
shatter, but I bet it felt good.
Yeah, so they get the full hold. No ticks on the side of Immorals. They were just shut down there, and I was afraid of another Widow on feed boost hiding in the wings, and that is Is it Miss or Mr. Duwu? I don't know who it is, but Duwu doing work on that Widowmaker, shutting down Immorals, just not giving them any clean engages. And we actually had a couple first-person shots of Duwu doing the thing with the Widowmaker, and there were just times in which players on Immorals were just positioned out in the open in the sight of the Widowmaker, and there was just clean shots. And it was just not allowing Immorals to do what they wanted to do coming into point A. So now on defense, it'll be Immorals. They need to full hold. They need to do exactly what Feed Boost did in order to sort of draw this map, and then we would go to a tiebreaker on Oasis, I think, to figure out who would win. So
look at this comp that's coming out from Immorals. There's no mobility. How are they going to deal with Duwu? What's their game plan?
So they're going to probably shield up and probably stay in the back. The idea here is to stay alive long enough so that you take out all the ground players and just let the Widow sort of retreat back into the spawn. But you're right, there's nobody really dive on to the Widow and put pressure on her. So like, it is going to be free reign here. You're going to expect Immorals to basically hang out by the archway here and in the back of the hotel, trying to just sort of lessen the spot where she's going to be able to go. And then you notice where Antivirus is actually sitting.
Look at this.
Yeah,
He's waiting for the Widow to come to point. They're hiding around the corner, so Widow needs to move to where Antivirus is waiting to get the sight lines.
Yeah.
And then the Sombra is going to knock her out.
That's exactly what's going to happen here. So
Be very impressed if it works. Let's have a look. The spam is coming out from Morals. They're trying to get as much damage in as they can before the fight starts. Kyoji is playing the junk right now, giving up on the Widowmaker. I probably would have as well at this point. And let's see what we got.
it's like a
Looks like they haven't realized the lack of mobility yet.
And that's a dive on the high ground. They're moving to high ground as a team, which is great. Antivirus is just still alone. And Dewey gets on high ground, but Antivirus is forced down because of the damage. Kirigi manages to kill the Tracer. Dewey returns to pick their own. Antivirus didn't kill the intended target, which means that Immorals is going to have to back up into the corner because there's nothing to counter the Widow right now. The entirety of Feed Boost is up around the backside, up top, so they're going to drop down from the back. And Immorals isn't going to be expecting it. The healers are alone. Monkey dives.
Feed Boost is split up though.
And look at that. Kirigi goes down. Clan goes down. Tanko goes down. This is Immorals getting destroyed because they're too split up. This was played so well by Feed Boost, and they're just going to clean up Immorals. It's just Antivirus who's going to try to contest, but Lisi is just going to knock him out instantly.
After that shield went down, it was just over.
The coordination of Immorals, they had it going pretty well there at the beginning, and it just sort of fell apart there at the end when they started to split up. They needed to stay together in a tight sort of ball behind the shield and just let their tank take all of that damage and just keep letting them shoot onto the point. But unfortunately,
I love this aggressive Ryan play.
Yeah.
Look at these swings, the fire strikes, that's insane. Timbo Slice, you're my hero. And Duru with 50% scope to accuracy. It's so hard for Immorals to play around a Widow like that.
yeah, and it's hard among a lot of teams to play around a Widow that well. So that's not uncommon. So.
Just want to throw it out to the chat there. Plat casters, gold caster. Actually, I'm in low diamond. Okay, so I'm basically top 500 guys.
So now it goes 2-1 to Feed Boost, and we're going to 66. That will be our final map of the day. So we are switching maps here. We're gonna go to 66, and
66. What a great map.
And this will be the final map for Immorals as a team. So Timbo Slice will pick defense. Teams are set. I'm going to give a couple seconds here for both teams to talk to their coaches. But this is it for Immorals. They cannot win. They can draw. And Timbo Slice coming in with a sub. WTF True is coming out with Half Brit coming in to the blue team.
Oh.
Does this mean we'll see the Hanzo and Widow for double snipes? I doubt it, but I hope it happens.
I hope so.
I would love to see that. That would be very, very interesting. But Feed Boost needs the win. So, like, you know, playing a comp that might not necessarily be too solid on a double sniper might be a little pushing it, but they might want to just go for the solid win. Timbo Slice is ready, and it will be Immorals left to ready up. So once
you know what I see happening here, Hodo and Miso?
It's that.
Attack Bastion, 100%.
Oh god.
Gotta be an Attack Bastion.
It might.
66. I mean, what does Immorals have to lose at this point? Screw it.
They have nothing.
They have nothing. Yeah.
Traveling
So
on point.
66.
I think it's very true. I think they're gonna do it. Something along the line. Something cheesy, something memey. They gotta pull something out.
Yeah, I hope we see the Bastion come out here. I really do. And it looks like...
Shout out to all the plats in the chat.
Yeah.
Shout out to plats in the chat. Hey, that rhymes.
Hey, Flat Chat.
Yeah, the plat in the chat.
Well, considering like where we are as a team and everybody that we know, I think everybody's pretty much Plat and Diamond, right? So it is an honest Plat Chat at this point.
That's it. And look at this in the chat for the match. It looks like Immorals are kind of doubting a little bit whether Halfbrick is actually a plat player because he's hitting so many shots. It's just insane.
Well, yeah, he is playing on a level 15 account, so
yeah.
I think what it is that they're just trying to question. It's like, also his own team is making fun of him for the fact that he can't level his own ult. So kudos to you, Halfred, trying to get levels in a tournament. So
maybe he's a former CS:GO pro. I mean, we don't know.
I don't know, but that accuracy is scary. So it's totally
antivirus on Hanzo. That is exactly what I want to see.
So
I have 100% faith in antivirus. I believe he can.
No fun on Immorals though.
So Halfbrit has apparently had this account for a year and only got it to level 50.
4,
It's a long time.
attackers incoming.
So goodness gracious.
Already, Dubu on McTracy is hiding near the card. He's going to go for the healers as soon as he can. Kuruji is on the Pharah. He should be expecting a Widow. Maybe he's hoping to outsnipe the Widow. I'm not sure if he can do it. His half rate is hitting his shots. Kyoji's in the air. He's got the Mercy on. Not a he. It's a she, sorry. And there it is. Kyoji's knocked out. I'm not sure why we thought that would work. Do we manage to take claim in the backhand? So that's 56 down from Rolls already. They're trying to fight this still. They're too spread out there. Moonrabbit isn't shielding anyway. There's no shield. There should be a Sonora. So there it is. But it's too late. The rest of the team's already dead. They're going to have to back out and try this again.
Yeah.
Immorals know what to do. Bastion.
Yeah, Koreji here is actually staying on the Pharah, which I don't know if this is more anger than anything. I know that she's going. Oh, there we go. Goes directly to the Widow, and we're going to see a duel here between Koreji and Halfbrit.
Yeah, look at this. Kyoji's out for blood today. She does not want to be out-sniped. It's just a matter of pride at this point, I think. Kyoji is going to play this Widow no matter how many times it doesn't go her way until she wins it. But she's not even going to get the duel because Juwu is going to knock her out. Clam does manage to res, but Juwu also manages to put antivirus. So they're still down one regardless. They still will need to back out, even if they did use the res. And it looks like Feedboost knows that Kyoji is a threat, so they've been diving Kyoji, not letting her get into position for the Widow 1v1. She's already half. Moonrabbit is even lower. Orisa was all the way in the front line. The whole team in Immorals wasn't there to back him up though, so he goes down. That's Rowan down as well. Look at this cohesion from Feedboost. It's just working so well. They're diving their targets and they're killing them. Look at that.
Oh, Plimer got lucky. She should have died right there, but got hooked and got saved by her team. I think there was a defensive matrix during the hook, so that didn't allow her to get killed. But they should have lost their mercy right there.
I know that Tank Dog goes to the hook, gets it, but doesn't manage to kill the Tracer and makes it again. This Diva, Marcus Trisco, you're doing pretty well. Tank Dog's moving back to play with the team now. This is great. Rowan's a bit in front. She is risking getting picked right now. And no, boom! Tank Dog gets the hook again, and this time she finishes Duwu. The Monkey's in the back line, and no one's punishing him. Marcus with the Diva bomb gets antivirus. Rowan goes down as well. Kyoji out for blood, and he gets half rich. She gets half rich. That's going to feel good if you're Kyoji. And looks like this push is in full effect. That's the ult that's come out of Claim. It's just trying to keep his team alive so they can take this push. There's only 4 of them left, but the Tank Dog has been defeated. He's going to ult. He's got the damage boost himself, so they should be able to get some damage out of it. It's not going to matter if Kyoji's going to be taken down by Kilo Slice. They're going to push together. The respawns are in, and they have the advantage, but that's the ult out. Can he pick anyone else? No, he can't. He's one. He's low on the back. Timber Slice is low as well. This is when Immorals need to move. They've got the ult out from Moonrabbit, but it is destroyed instantly, unfortunately. Do finish off Flame the backline, but they're still pushing hard.
They're just getting distracted by the Tracer.
Yeah, the Tracer's doing so much work. The card is moving, so only now is Feedboost going to be chess. After they've given away the whole corner, Tank Dog with a great hook. Nothing will come about, unfortunately. Half with the pick, Kyoji with the pick, and Timber Slice doing the work. What a reliable team.
Yeah, Duwu was doing a lot of work splitting up the team and just not allowing the rest of the team to sort of come back and meet up with the front line, and that was causing serious issues there with the team. So now Halfbrit picks up Koreji again. This time Koreji's on the Genji.
Wants to counter the Widow. She doesn't care how she does it anymore. Widow, Genji, as long as it gets done, but it's not getting done, unfortunately. Halfbrit is just hitting those shots too reliably, and that's Tank Shot as well. Immorals is having so much trouble with this Widow. And boom, the Diva Bomb does come in. Probably wasn't necessary at that point, but once they get their first kills, they're going to push it all the way. Halfbrit with another headshot before he goes down to Rowan. Good job, Immorals, killing Halfbrit. It seems to be their goal right now. If they can knock out the Widow,
they are trickling hard on the Immorals right now.
Yeah, but I've never seen a defense like this high up at this level. They're really just sort of taking it to them and not giving them any space whatsoever. And Rowan comes out with the Lucio.
Here comes the final attempt.
But Kyoji and Claim are too far behind, but I can't say that it's bad because look at that. That's the Trestles coming out and Juwu used the Trestles. That's 2 down for Immorals. Can they push only 4 people? Tank got died with ult, which is trash. Kyoji's dead as well, which is rough. There's only 3 left for Immorals. They need to stay on par. Moonrabbit is too separated from the team, so he'll go down. Antivirus goes down as well, and that's it. Rowan can try to stall, but it's not going to be enough.
And that is that. It's over.
So the
no chance. No chance.
So much work.
Yeah, Immorals is going to have a Herculean hold. I mean, like, I'm not sure exactly how anybody can sort of hold before first corner, but they're going to need to actually have a chance at this map. But I'm thinking it's going to be sort of slim.
So much for going out on a high note, huh?
I do think that Immorals are playing well. They've got good comps, they've got good strategies, and they're trying a bunch of things, which is great. The problem is it doesn't matter how good your plan is if the Widow on the other team is just clicking heads all day.
Yeah.
Immorals just can't do anything about it, which is just rough. It's got to feel terrible to be Kyoji right now. just getting out-sniped. There's just nothing Immorals can do about it.
They're just not getting any space on them. Is the thing? It's like what is going on is Moonrabbit has been playing Orisa and probably would have better been on the Winston instead with Tank Thought on a Diva, so they could just literally just jump on to the Widow to give their own Widow some space to maybe just even distract her for a little bit. They don't even actually have to kill the Widow on the other side. They needed to just figure out a way to just get her out of the game for a long enough time to open some space up for Koreji to pick off like maybe one, maybe two, so then they could then come back and then finish off the rest of the team. The issue is that there was just not any space there, plus the fact that Duwu and Feed Boost was in the backlines the entire time, sort of just messing with them and not allowing them to come in and clean engage. And it was just a combination of all of that that just doomed Immorals on that offensive push.
Yeah, that is a great point, Hodahori. They're kind of giving... Immorals is just giving the burden of killing the Widow to Kyoji. They're saying, Kyoji, you deal with the Widow, we'll push card. But if Kyoji can't do it alone, they need to be taking the Widow down as a team. And that's what we need to be seeing in this next push. This is going to have to be a pretty big hold for Immorals.
Yep. And this could be awesome. If they could hold here, that would be a very, very interesting and a very cool farewell for Immorals. So.
And that's a bad pick. Kyoji goes down to Harford immediately. So that's Timbo Slice. He's going to go up top, but he gets slept by Clam. That's the famous Clam Anna. It looks like Immorals is just playing what they want in this one, which is great. They know it's the last map, so they're just giving it a shot. Hudson, the Clam, is on Anna. He's doing such a great job keeping this team alive. It's not going to be enough to stop him dying. Well, the Rolls is great with the ship just getting out of the way before he's killed. She's for leaving. Timbo Slice does manage to get a pick, no. Harford with another one. And looks like all of the picks are just going the way of Feed Boost. The Zen is doing so much work.
Looks like target priority is a little bad on Immorals during these fights.
Yeah, and then it looks like that. Oh, it looks like
pushing cart.
Nobody is pushing cart. It's like LSE is going to be the last person on cart. Half Brit actually is on point. Oh, and he gets
Moonrabbit so close.
So close.
And they're not on cart again. They're forgetting to push it. I guess.
And that's it.
And that is going to be it.
Rip.
And
that was
and that
a
is
tough
it.
match.
A win for Feed Boost, but that was, you know, for a bunch of good guys on Immorals. You know, they played their hearts out here. You got to give them an A for effort.
They did.
Absolutely. I don't think that it was that Immorals was playing bad, because they weren't. They were playing some solid Overwatch. The problem is just Widow. When there's a Widow that good, it's just so hard to make anything work.
It is hard to counter a good Widow.
Yeah, I mean, like it's hard to counter a good Widow even on a on a master team, plat team. Doesn't matter what it is. If a good Widow is hitting shots, like you can be the best team in the world, and that Widow will nullify you and your team into oblivion. So, and that is what happened here today, I think, to Immorals, and they gave it a go. Because honestly, they did take the first map on Lijiang Tower, so they had a shot. Like, you know, the King of the Hill was their map, and they did win 2-1 over Feed Boost there. So it's just the rest of it just didn't go their way. So
when it works, it's on fire, but when it's not,
and it is sad. We say goodbye to a great Platinum Diamond team in Immorals. A lot of the players are going to separate teams, so you'll see them here on this channel on Wednesday. Clam and his new team members will actually be hosting a scrim. I think it's 9 o'clock on Wednesday. If you're interested, in watching, you'll get to see some of the Immorals team be part of their new team, and they get a new fresh start in Overwatch in a new team. But final thoughts, gentlemen. We'll start with Raza. What did you think overall? This was a great match by Feed Boost, I think, right?
Yes, Feed Boost was playing very cleanly. In the beginning map, their target focus really wasn't ideal, and it was opening up a lot of fights for Immorals to take. When they moved on to the second, third, and fourth map, though, the target focus got tighter and the Widows started hitting shots, which meant that they had a massive advantage in fights. I think that Immorals was putting up really good fights the whole way through, but they weren't adapting to the enemy comp enough. There was the Widow, they tried a lot of things to kill the Widow, but every one of their ideas generally seemed to be Kyoji, try Genji, try Widow, try anything Kyoji, please. I feel like the team needed to be diving Widow together, and I think that's the main reason they didn't manage to take these maps. But I also would understand if Immorals had set comps that they were comfortable with, and if they weren't comfortable running Widow Dive or anything like that, then they probably couldn't have pulled it off anyway. Immorals did play really well. They stuck to what they know, and when they were playing well, they were on fire. But this was also a great match by Feed Boost, and they do deserve the win because they played out of their minds tonight.
Yeah, they played great. How about final thoughts from you, Archimus, on the match here between Immortals and Feed Boost? Any last thoughts?
I mean, I thought it was a good match. Thought it was going to be a little closer, but damn, Feed Boost, they just stepped it up on Anubis and just carried it away.
Yeah, honestly, it's like they just. I think it was after that Anubis push where they just sort of came down and took point A really fast. Did have trouble with point B, but Feed Boost ended up taking it out and then shutting down Immorals on point A, which is a map that Immorals is well known to be very, very good at. With Coregi on the Widow and then the rest of them normally being very coordinated. But that is going to be it for us today. Thank you so much for joining us for this special presentation of the Gold Watch League. It is a Feed Boost win. Team 6 defeats Immorals 3-1, and that is from Group A. So for me, signing off from Razarip and Archimus, I am your caster Hodahori. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, chat.
Noticed you.
Bye, chat.